Hello, welcome back to Part 20, Chapter 12, September 2017, Mary's Progress Report. There was just a week left until the class reunion. Mary had been doing much better since she had found outside activities to enjoy with Joe. Dr. Kline was thrilled. He was pleased that Mary was in a relationship. He felt that a love interest had helped her find happiness. She had pretty much lost the boomer blues. "Mary, you look great. You seem so relaxed. And your smile is worth $1,000,000, so may I ask you, what's new and where are your sunglasses?" Mary reached into her pocket, pulling out her shades. She slid back into the chair, put them on her lap, and said, "I wear them, but I found that I can return to the past without them now. I have an outfit from the 60s I'm wearing to my reunion. I'm going to bring these sunglasses with me to complete the look. I love my shades, and I feel comfortable wearing them, but I'm not dependent upon them. Joe likes them." "Joe likes your sunglasses?" "Yes. He actually wears them. He thinks they're trippy. He has flashbacks sometimes, but he's always been more comfortable in the now. In fact, I'm getting better at it too. I think I'm beginning to feel more at ease revisiting my past without wearing my sunglasses. Joe has really helped me to release and let go." "That's great, Mary. Unless you have an overwhelming setback down the road, I feel you're getting along just fine now, and I won't have to see you again until you need to see me. You know, Dr. Kline, I couldn't be happier right now. I'm so pleased that I found these sunglasses. Sharing them with Joe has helped me find new beginnings. I have an optimistic attitude. That's a great feeling." "Well then, Mary, it all sounds good. Just call me if you need me, and remember to wear your sunglasses if you need a little reassurance." Mary smiled as she got up to leave and said, "Oh, they're with me wherever I go. I might not use them much, but I always keep them in my pocket or purse. I'm never letting go of them." Dr. Kline boldly said, "Never say never." As she put the shades in her purse, Mary replied, "We'll see about that." She smiled as she held the door open for his next patient and walked slowly down the stairs. Walking up El Camino del Mar to China Beach, she refrained from putting on her sunglasses. She smiled up at the sky and enjoyed the sun shining upon the ocean. Chapter 13. Grace and Jane adopt a lost dog. The next day, Mary and Lucy met for one of their occasional walks to Seacliff. While enjoying their stroll along China Beach, a young woman approached them. She informed them that there was a stray dog on the loose. As they walked up the stairs to the small parking lot, they noticed the scared little Yorkie running in the middle of the street. Although the residential traffic was light, they knew the dog was scared and could get hit by a passing car. Lucy ran after the little guy, who wasn't willing to be caught, but at least ran away down the sidewalk. They noticed him again as they reached 32nd Avenue, but he took off, vanishing from view behind the houses. Yesteryear's was at the corner of 32nd and Clement. Mary and Lucy crossed the street and headed for Grace's shop. As they approached it, they noticed Grace and Jane in the front with the little dog. Much to their surprise, the dog seemed settled and no longer scared. Grace was delighted that the dog stopped by. She had noticed him the other day and had placed a bowl of dog food out for him, hoping he would warm up to her. She wanted to keep him safe until she could find his owner. Jane was amused that the dog was so friendly and affectionate. Picking him up, she was stunned. He wouldn't stop licking her. She put him down, and he quickly walked up to Grace, wagging his tail. The sweet little dog had won their hearts. As Mary and Lucy came closer, the dog began barking. Mary backed off and said, "Wow, scary bark." Lucy knelt down beside the dog and asked, "Does he have tags? He's so cute. What a love." Grace replied, "No tags or collar." Lucy stated, "Looks like you have a dog then, Grace. What you gonna name him?" "Traveler," replied Grace. "He's found a home for as long as he's willing to stay." "Great name, Grace," replied Mary, "although I would have named him Sid Vicious." "Aw, come on, give me a break, Mary. He's just a little dog with a non-threatening bark." Smiling and picking up Traveler, Jane said, "Look, Mary, he's harmless. I think it's my long gray hair that freaks him out." Jane looked over at Mary and in between dog licks said, "Wear it up next time you stop by." Mary replied, "We'll return in a few days and check on him, and I'll wear my hair up. I'll take him to my veterinarian tomorrow in the sunset and get him tags and a chip," replied Jane. Both Mary and Lucy were relieved that the little dog was safe and sound. He had found a great home at yesteryears with Grace. Jane asked Grace, "Do you want me to pick up some dog food?" "Sure, that would be a big help. Thanks." Jane, putting the little dog down, hugged Grace and whispered, "Just look how happy Traveler's made you." The cute little dog followed Grace to the back of the shop. She opened the refrigerator, took out a bottle of water, and poured it into a big bowl. Traveler rushed up to the bowl and anxiously started drinking. Lucy stated, "Boy, sure was thirsty." Grace replied, "Of course he's thirsty. It's warm today, and he's been running all over the place. Let's leave him to explore for a while on his own, so he can get familiar with his new home." Grace and Lucy returned to the front of the shop to join Mary and Jane. Lucy, noticing the time, said, "It's getting late. Fred's coming home to have lunch with me. I have to run." Mary and Lucy hugged Grace and Jane goodbye. Jane took off for the pet store, and Mary and Lucy walked up Clement, headed for home. Jane and Harry visit Grace. Bob and Jane were babysitting their grandson, Harry, while his parents took a trip to Tahoe for the weekend. It was Saturday morning, and Bob was all set to take in a few rounds of golf after a quick breakfast. Jane gave him her blessings, sent him off with a kiss, and told him that she and Harry would pick him up at 2 o'clock. After morning cartoons and lunch, Jane took Harry with her to yesteryears. As they entered the shop, Harry became very inquisitive. His eyes seemed to be on everything, but he was instantly drawn to 2 ceramic elephants. Grace emerged from the back of the room to greet them. "Hi, Jane. Mary just dropped off some dog treats and took Traveler to the ocean beach. He loves running wild and free. She's trying to get him to warm up to her. Oh my, is that Harry with you?" "Yes, I have him for the weekend. It's been about a year since you last saw him. He just had another birthday." Harry proudly held up 5 fingers, smiled up at Grace, and said, "I'm 5. "My, you're growing up so fast, Harry." Jane replied, "He's interested in those elephants over there in the corner, aren't you, Harry?" "I like them. Can I sit on one?" Grace said cheerfully, "Of course you can." "Where did you get them?" "They're vintage garden seats from Vietnam." Harry's eyes opened wide as he walked up to the big green elephants with his grandmother. "I'll sit on this one, Grandma." "He has a boo-boo on his ear. What happened?" Jane helped him up. "Oh, poor little guy. He got hurt. Do you want to sit on the other one, Harry?" "No, I like this one," Harry persisted. "How did he get hurt?" Grace replied, "A man carried him into the shop and accidentally chipped his ear when he put him down." Harry loved sitting on the wounded elephant, but he was curious as to why there was 2 of them. Grace told him that they both were shipped to America from Vietnam in 1960. They were a pair and traveled together and remained together after they arrived here. She enjoyed interacting with Harry because he was bright and his mind was always taking in his surroundings. We'll continue tomorrow.